Breathe. Stop holding your breath before you pass the fuck out. Breathe. Stop holding your breath. Breathe. Stop holding your breath before you pass the fuck out. Simple matter topic for the day, breathing. All right, not too many people know about this, not too many people think about this, but breathing is very important. It's a micro detail to make a big difference, all right? Especially when you're doing heavy lifts, like squats or deadlifts, or maybe even bench, if you're going heavy enough. You hold your breath. Sometimes you may not notice it, but when you hold your breath, you may feel like you're about to pass out, but you don't know why. A lot of times it's because you're not breathing, okay? So let's imagine if you're doing a squat. Let's say you doing like 75, 80, 85% of your max on squat. You go down, you inhale, you hold your breath, and when you come up, you don't exhale, and you continue to do your reps. You continue to do your reps without breathing, and you don't realize it because you may not know any better, or you may know better, but it's just a bad habit, and you're trying to keep that pressure built up, or you're nervous. It could be many reasons. All right, you may notice that you get lightheaded. All right, some people even pass out, but you have to breathe, okay? And the proper way, there is a proper way to breathe. There is a best way to breathe. When you're breathing with any exercise you're doing, for an example, let's grab this medicine ball for an example. Something simple, something small. But for an example, if I'm curling this medicine ball like this right here, even though it's light, it's not really gonna affect me too much with my breathing if I don't breathe. But when I'm lifting, every time I do a rep with this medicine ball, the beginning of the rep, I'm here. This is starting position. All right, this is starting position. All right. So let's pretend this ball is heavy, 100 pounds. For an example, let's pretend it's a barbell curl. All right, obviously it's a ball as you can see, but we just simulating. All right, so for an example, the rep, you're gonna begin here. This is the beginning of the rep. All right, before I start the rep, I'm gonna inhale, preferably through the nose, because when you inhale through the nose, your nose filters out the air better than when you inhale through the mouth. When you exhale, you want to exhale through the mouth. Push the air out, okay? Oxygen in, carbon dioxide out. All right, so before I begin the rep, I'm gonna inhale through the nose. Right before I reach the end of the rep, don't wait till you finish the rep. Don't be like, all right, that's a little too late. All right, you also wanna be off rhythm with your breathing. You don't wanna breathe and inhale 2 times in between each rep. Okay, you gotta get a rhythm going. Inhale to begin with. All right, before you begin the rep, inhale. Right before I reach the end of the rep, I'm gonna exhale. Same thing when you see fighters like karate or boxing. The reason why you hear them go kia, kia, or sit down. But for an example, like a boxer, for an example, you hear the reason why they do that is for the same reasons, all right? You don't want to hold your breath. You got to breathe, release that air, okay? So your reps are going to work the same way. You're going to exhale as if you're pushing the rep out by breathing, okay? So think about it like that so you can have an easy way to get your breathing right. That's a mental trick that you can use, okay? So inhale. Okay, and that's gonna work with anything. Same thing if I'm doing a bench press, for an example. I'll start here, okay? So before I begin the rep, I'm gonna inhale through the nose. When I get about right here, not the end, because it's sort of kind of too late by then. Right before I get to the end of the rep, I'm about right here. Before I reach the end, I'm right here. I'm gonna exhale. So inhale. Got it? All right, do squats. All right, I got the bar here. I'm squatting. All right, before I go, I'm gonna inhale. Before I go, I'm gonna inhale through the nose. All right, inhale. When I come up, I'm gonna exhale. All right. So it's pretty much the same in anything you do. Before you begin, it's pretty much the same anything you do. Before you begin a rep, you're gonna inhale so you can brace yourself. All right, keep that pressure built up. All right, make sure you exhale right before you reach the end of the rep. You're gonna exhale, and that's pretty much for anything you do. Okay, so that way you can stop being lightheaded, feeling like you're about to pass out, but don't understand why. A lot of beginners go through this. I have a lot of this with my clients, and sometimes they forget. I may train somebody for 6 months to a year and they forget, and I gotta remind them, hey, breathe, breathe. So sometimes you gotta check yourself, even if you have experience, and remind yourself to breathe, okay? Because you don't want to hurt yourself, you know? Same reason why if you see guys powerlifting and they do barbell deadlifts, and they pretty much maxing out in the competition. If you don't breathe, you keep that pressure built up, especially if it takes you a long time to finish the rep. Let's say you deadlifting. This is the time it may take to do a heavy deadlift. I'm down here. I'm gonna inhale. I'm going up super slow. I'm struggling. See, all that time that it takes me to go up with the deadlift, if I'm maxing out in a competition, if I'm holding my breath and I technically breathe right like I'm supposed to, I wait till I get to the top to exhale, which is what I'm supposed to do. But sometimes, like a lift like that, deadlift going super heavy, that may be a long time to hold your breath. Plus all that pressure is built up from holding and lifting all that heavy ass weight. So with the pressure of the weight, and plus you holding your breath, blood is gonna rush to your head. Circulation of blood. Excuse me. Blood circulation is gonna be off to the head, plus the pressure of the bar, et cetera, et cetera. You holding your breath, not breathing. It's like being underwater, drowning. That's why sometimes you may see guys pass out when they do a heavy ass deadlifting competition. You don't want that to be you. All right, don't underestimate that shit. Okay. All right. Plus it affects your strength a little bit when you lift it, man. All right. Quick, simple matter, man. Like if you learned something, if you didn't know, if you wasn't aware, like the video. If you got a question about it, you want to say something about it, you can't see me in person, holler at me in the comments, hit me in the comments. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and subscribe. If you want to stay at the par, stay up to date, with the rest of the videos, okay? All right, and one more thing, check out the website so you can check out the High Powered Grit apparel. Anniversary apparel is out now, with the brand colors black, red, and white, like this bag here. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you eat. Don't leave no crumbs on your motherfucking plate. Then you got the Big Dog Bag, mental strength reigns supreme in all aspects of life. That's the official slogan, man, for everybody, man. Not just the gym, but this shit apply to everything in life. Both this and leave no crumbs. You feel me? All right, y'all. I'm out. Hold it up, not down. Peace. High power.